this is weird. I'm usually going on first, so I don't have to do this. Thank you for coming tonight. I appreciate everybody's change of schedule because, last time it snowed again and our school got canceled. So first of all, wow, looking around, I love seeing the golf music department stuff. It's really cool. So thank you for buying that stuff and supporting the program. That's fantastic. So we were going to put on a holiday program in December. We're doing the same songs, but we're going to call it a winter celebration this time. So you're still hearing holiday songs, bear with us. These students have worked really hard, and they're definitely looking forward to doing new music tomorrow. So we would like to start with the chorus, and then we're going to take a little bit of an intermission so we can get the chorus stuff off the stage, and we're going to bring up the 6th grade band, and then we're going to have an official intermission where we're going to continue to sell some 50/50 raffle tickets and some of the raffle baskets. And then we will do those raffle drawings right near the end of intermission, and for the 50/50, it'll take us a little while to get the money divided up, so whoever wins the 50/50 can wait till the end to get their money. I promise we'll give it to you. And after intermission, we'll have the 7th and 8th grade concert band go, and we hope you enjoy your evening, and thank you all for coming to our winter concert. So up first is Mr. Marsland and the Goff Middle School Chorus.
Thank you. Welcome again to our Goff Middle School winter concert it is now. My name is Mr. Marsland, and this is the Goff Middle School Chorus. These individual students have worked very hard since the beginning of the year to put together these tunes for you. What you just heard was, I believe, Lindsey Buckingham's Holiday Road, arranged by someone Emerson. Can't remember the name, but that's okay. I kind of told myself we would never perform a song like that, and then we did it. So, boom. This next song that we're going to play for you is just a little bit of an homage to the cold weather, and it is aptly named Cold Snap. Okay? Be on the lookout for any cold snaps that may or may not happen during the performance of this piece. Thank you very much. You like that one? So, one thing I'd like to point out is that chorus is a class that we offer regularly during the day. The other thing I would like to point out is that only about maybe, I don't know, 8 to 10 people that you see on the stage right now are actually members of that class. And everybody else who's a member of this chorus comes every Monday after school until about 4 o'clock. So I just want to quickly thank all of the after-school children that are doing as much work as they can. Because it really wouldn't be the same without them. So that's amazing. Okay, our next tune for now is the slow one of our, I don't know, quartet, if you want to call it that. And it's a little bit of a spiritual successor to a song that we sang last year, because it's by the same person. Last year we sang a tune called Winter Dreams, and this time we are singing a song called Winter Lullaby. So without further ado, we will play Pink Zebra's Winter Lullaby. to close the chorus portion of this program, we have one more tune for you, and this tune we've actually selected not because we wanted to for the concert, but because there's another very important event that Goff Middle School runs during the holiday season, and that is the Wreaths Across America ceremony. For those who haven't heard much about it, it is a nonprofit organization that looks to raising money to buy Christmas wreaths to adorn the graves of all of, or at least as many of the graves that they can at the Rhode Island Veterans Cemetery down in Exeter. Now, I love that event as a person who spent many years living right behind that cemetery, and especially during the holiday season when you get to see all of the wreaths that that organization can actually buy, just for the sake of the people who have fought for our country. It's a beautiful thing. And we try to honor that as much as we possibly can with a formal ceremony here at the school. It's put together and run by one of our teachers, Mrs. Sirio, and she does a great job every single year. And band and chorus loves to get on with that as well. So what we did was we decided to sing God Bless the USA. And this is actually a tune that I will be playing with them on the guitar, so I won't be standing in front of them, I'll be standing to the side. And before we wrap things up, though, I would like to just quickly thank our accompanist, Mr. Dow. He's been awesome since day one. He's always here to help, so once again, thank you very much. And we will close with God Bless the USA. have fans. Thank you once again for coming. This was the Goff Middle School Chorus. We are just going to take a quick second to break down these risers and to set up the beginning band. So don't go anywhere. We will be starting that as soon as we can. One more time, thank you from us for coming out, and we'll get the show rolling soon.
Thank you very much. So this group is all sixth graders. He doesn't count. We meet Thursdays after school from about 2:35 to roughly about 4 o'clock. With a group like this, it's very interesting to try and meet once a week, because like the first week, this is how you put your instrument together, this is the end you blow in. And then the next week, they're putting the instrument together wrong and they're blowing in the wrong end because it's been a week and they don't remember. But it's been, you know, they work really hard and we get a lot done. So these are predominantly sixth graders. That first song was called Cardiff by the Sea. And we're actually only playing songs out of the book that we use, the method book. And it starts with, really, this is your first note and play it. And then as we progress, each song gets a little bit more and we learn new things. The next song that we're going to play is one that introduces the concept of a quarter note, which is one note on every beat. The other one was about half notes, so each note lasted 2 beats. This is one that everybody knows. Parents, when your children play recorder, one is, I speak for all the music teachers in the world, I'm sorry. They learned this one. And actually what's very cool is the young man over there that I said doesn't count. He's one of my 7th graders, and he came to me at the beginning of the year and said, Mr. Dupree, do you need any help? And I said, yeah, why don't you come to the beginning band? He has come every day, and he has helped every day, and I truly... All those people that are screaming their names are more than 20 bucks down. Ethan! Hey up. Okay. And because of that, I opted to try something different this year. Ethan's conducting this one. And because he's conducting, I'm not playing saxophone. I won't do that to you, I promise. Because he's conducting, and this is one of the first concerts that I've done at the middle school that my sister's been able to come to. I couldn't resist. You thought you wouldn't hear me play Hot Cross Buns again? Yeah, I'm playing this one.
Come on, Ethan! Yeah, you're right.
Oh, you're in trouble now. Okay, that's kind of fun. So our next one is another straightforward one, and you hear them now, those of you who are the parents of these young children who heard them bring their instruments home and heard the wounded animals and the tortured elephants when they were honking and squeaking. I hope you've noticed a difference. And I hope when you come back in June, you notice a bigger difference. Our next song is called Au Clair de la Lune. Okay, before we do our last one, I was watching a TED Talk the other day, and the gentleman was talking about the power of music, and he said something in it that made me think of this band in our 7th and 8th grade band. And he said that when young students play, when they start, they play every beat. Ba, 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 ba. And you know, the next year they kind of develop and they play a little bit more, maybe they play every other beat and everything. And one of the things that I've tried to get this group to think about is not playing every beat and playing the phrase, the idea. And I have to say that I think on everything that you guys have played so far, you've been wildly successful with that. In moving past that playing through a beat and playing the phrase. You guys are doing a great job. So good job for that. And the other thing I want to point out is these students have never done this before. And I know a lot of them came up to me at the end of the day today and went, Mr. Duke, they're really scared. I said, good, you should be. But they're doing a great job, and I'm very proud of them, because it does take a lot to learn how to play an instrument. There's a lot going on, and it takes a lot to be able to sit up here in front of you and do this when you're not necessarily always feeling comfortable. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am super proud of you right now, and you guys are doing a great job. Thank you. And on the other side of that, I'm proud of you, and I thank you for supporting us and letting them be involved in our music program. And I think you will see definite results and benefits from it as the years go on. Our last song is called Down by the Stadium. All right, so thank you very much. We are going to take about a 10-15-minute intermission. We're going to continue to sell raffle tickets for the baskets in the 50-50 raffle. And also, I do want to take a second really quick about the 50-50 and the baskets. This year, Mr. Marston and I asked for some volunteers, and we had three wonderful parents who have come once a month on a Tuesday night to spend some time with the very tired Mr. Marston and myself, which gets really weird. And they have done an amazing job. They put the baskets together. They've really helped us out a lot this year, and they've done a fantastic job. So thank them when you see them, and I'm going to let Mr. Marston talk about that so we can clear the stage and start getting... Can I have a couple, like, 4-band kids come up and help me set up some chairs while we do this, please?
Right, so, one of the hardest things about being a music teacher is, especially when you have concert day.
Thank you. This is what happens when 6th graders grow up. Obviously, that one was Frosty the Snowman. Three of these songs we did at Winter Wonderland in a wonderfully warm parade that we did. Are you guys thawed out yet, by the way? No, I didn't think so. Yeah, it was cold. Mr. Raymond over at Tolman High School and myself have been talking for years about trying to do things together because these guys, if they decide to, will feed the Tolman band, and it's always nice to see former students that are still playing. So Frosty was one of them that we did, which was appropriate because it was really cold that day. Our next one is a little bit different. We're slowing it down a little bit, and this one is The First Noel. Mr. Dupree. Okay, so these students have band every day, during the day, whether they want to be with me or not, they have to. I have 2 different periods of band, so we literally have played as a group like this twice. One was the day before our original date, and the other one was today. Otherwise, we're split up, and it's kind of an interesting mix, because in one class I have 7 clarinets, and in the other class I have 1. And it's kind of an interesting mix. The one thing that I'm always really impressed with and proud of is, raise your hand if it is your very first year ever playing an instrument, please. Raise your hand, you put your hands up. Raise your hand if you played last year when you were in 7th grade. Hands up. Raise your hand if you played last year in 6th grade. Hands up. If you notice, I have probably about half of these students on this stage right now started this year. They came to me at the first day of school and went, Mr. Dupree, I really want to be in band this year. Okay, so we spent the first 2 weeks, much like the 6th grade band, this is how you put your instrument together. But the fun thing with this is, I take those students that played last year, and I go in that corner of the auditorium, teach them how to play, I'll be around and help you. And you guys do a really nice job with that, and I feel it really brings the band together really well. So I always think when we get together and we play that it sounds amazing when you really think that most of the students up here are beginners. And we're able to play like this because the people that aren't really boost up the beginners, and everybody works really, really hard. So thank you very much for that. And our next song is Jingle Bell Rock. If I can take a quick moment, can I have Mr. Marcelin and our 3 wonderful music moms please come up to the stage for a moment, please? Yeah, our music boosters. It's time for me to embarrass you, ladies. Come on. Anybody know any good jokes? Don't be shy. You need to come up here. It's part of your job. Come on. Oh, no. On the stage. You don't get off that easy. Other door. That's the elevator. So, as I said earlier, Mr. Marcelin and I asked for volunteers, and we had 3 wonderful ladies come out and offered to volunteer and we were able to, what did they bail on you? Okay. We meet first Tuesday of every month, and it's predominantly been talking about how we can fundraise and how we can get better things for the music program and how they can help with the concerts and everything. Mr. Marcelin, walk faster. I'm stretching as much as I can
You
here.
know, maybe I'll just walk just a little bit slower.
Why do I like you? Okay. Anyway, the coffee cake fundraiser. Honestly, I don't know that that would have been as successful without their help. Even tonight, the baskets was all them. The help with the 50-50 raffle. Normally, that's Mr. Marcelin and I, and we are running around, and by the time I get up here at the end for 7th and 8th grade band, I'm wiped out and exhausted. I cannot, why don't you see if you can scoop that way, it might work better. I cannot, honestly, and I think I can speak for Mr. Marcelin on this one as well, really express, ladies, how much we appreciate everything that you have done so far. I think we have definitely set up a good basis for this, and we just wanted to thank you, and I think your kids have some flowers for you behind you. And actually, you know what, hold on, come out here so everybody can see. Bring them out over here, come on. Now they're not going to come back because of the embarrassing. So I am definitely going to throw out a shameless plug and just say that if anybody would like to help and has the ability to come on a Tuesday night, the first Tuesday night of the month, February 4th, see, this is why we have them, because she knows the date already. We will always, what was it? 6:30, see that? Keep me honest. They do a wonderful job, and we can always use the input and the help for anything. But ladies, again, seriously, I thank you for everything that you have been doing. It has been a pleasure.
While they take the picture, I will just take a quick second of your time to say, me too.
I mentioned at one of the meetings that they might have to talk, and they were all horrified, so I figured I'd get them back this way. All right, so enough of that. Before we finish, I would like to thank Mr. Dow for his time. I would like to thank Mrs. McCahey, Ms. Maris, Dr. Asadillo, Ms. Voss, all the faculty. I know there's a bunch of teachers in the audience right now, for all their support, for allowing us to meet when, getting kids out of class to meet, to be able to put everybody together, for our crazy ideas about everything. But most importantly, not only do I want to thank all the parents who have come out tonight, who have helped support us, who have helped us with the fundraisers and everything, but truly, bear with me, I'm going to be nice, deal with it. I want to thank all of you guys, because this wouldn't work. They wouldn't be here if you didn't come in every day and you didn't play the way you did. You guys have been doing an awesome job. I appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to the spring concert because you guys are amazing, so thank you. Ladies, relax. Thank you. I had this really cool thing I was going to say at the end of the concert in December about how we wish you a holly jolly Christmas, and then we were going to play it. I wish you a holly jolly February. for our very enthusiastic crowd. I'm just going to make one quick announcement. All the band students have their stuff and their cases in my classroom. So the easiest way to do this is, once we close the curtain, I'm going to dismiss them. They'll go back to my room. They will meet you out here outside the auditorium. Otherwise, it just becomes a nightmare towards the classrooms. Okay, so they will be back. Again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. And we hope to see you all again in